Hi everybody, welcome back to Story Time with Miss Jenny. That's me. Hi everybody, welcome back to Miss Jenny Story Time. Is that what we're calling this? Sounds right. Story Time with Miss Jenny. Where I have been going chapter by chapter through the junior novelization to the Super Mario Brothers movie. Today we are going to be starting chapter 7, and if you joined us last time, you know that the Mario Brothers have been transporting into a parallel dimension where it seems like dinosaur hybrid human people are taking over and the place is covered in fungus. That's normal. So let's find out what happens, shall we? High in a tower overlooking the city, the man called Koopa stood at a table, looking at campaign posters of himself. Anytime I see high in a tower, I just think about Into the Woods. And like, high in a tower, lady sitting, maintaining her hair. La 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 la, agony. Okay, back to the book. Sorry for that musical interlude. Although older now than we had pursued the meteorite piece himself, Koopa was still handsome, with slick back blonde hair and the self-assured look of a tyrant. He wore a shiny black suit made of some sort of lizard skin and a gray snakeskin tie and a black shirt. He sounds snazzy. As he studied the posters, a thin, nervous man approached him. Excuse me, sir, the man stammered meekly. The people of Dino Hanton are growing restless. There's no water, and that fungus is growing everywhere. Koopa turned slowly and frowned at him. Why are you telling me this? Well, sir, as your campaign advisor, I feel it is my responsibility to alert you to what could become a campaign issue. I mean, he has a point. Without warning, Koopa grabbed the man's throat and slowly choked him? What is this? My erotic novel fantasies? All they can do is complain, Koopa said scornfully. No food, no water. They have no vision. He let go of his campaign advisor, dropped to the floor. An attractive woman with red hair entered the room and stepped over the body, like this was a common occurrence. Good for her. She wore a tight black and white dress and a silver necklace with matching earrings. Her name was Lena. They just don't get it, darling, she said. Koopa looked in disgust at the hand he'd used to choke his campaign advisor. He touched my hand with his throat. It was the other way around. Oh, you poor boy. Lena took him by the wrist and led him toward a copper vat filled with boiling wax. Koopa quickly dipped his hands into the wax and pulled it out. Lena pursed her lips and tenderly blew on Koopa's fingers to cool them. For 65 million years, our people have been exiled to this pit hole of subdimension, Koopa said angrily, while mammals have roamed freely on the other side. But soon that world will be mine. You'll merge the dimensions, Lena said as she gently peeled the cooled wax off his hands, and we'll have everything we've dreamed of. All we need is the meteorite piece. And the princess, Koopa added. I need the princess. That wasn't what Lena wanted to hear. I know what you really need, she cooed with a seductive smile. She had started to lead him towards the bedroom when a door swung open. I think we're going to the bedroom. Okay, Koopa, see what you're doing. Iggy and Spike stumbled into the room. Oh, sorry, sir, Iggy said. Hello, morons, Lena said snidely. Spike straightened up and smiled. Oh, hello, sir, Iggy said excitedly. I've got the princess. She's here, being defungused. I'm the one who dragged her through the gateway, Spike said, stepping in front of Iggy. Well, I recognized her, Iggy said, shoving Spike out of the way. Spike couldn't tell one human from another. Yes, Koopa said impatiently. And what about the rock? Rock, sir? Iggy frowned. That's right, frog brain, where is it? Spike yelled at his partner. Then he turned to Koopa. Iggy's always forgetting things now. Exactly what rock are we talking about again? Koopa grabbed Spike by the throat and started to squeeze. The piece of meteorite she wears around her neck. I told you not to forget it. Bad, Spike. Iggy wagged his finger at his partner. Koopa let go of Spike and glared at him. I told you to remind him. Without that piece, the entire meteorite remains dormant. And I cannot merge the dimensions. That means we're trapped in this world without access to resources of the other. And that means the absolute end of the dinosaurs. The greatest creatures to roam the earth. Now, where is it? Spike and Iggy stared at each other blankly as their walnut-sized brains struggled to remember. Suddenly they brightened and spoke in unison. The plumbers took it. Koopa stared at them in disbelief. What plumbers? At the gateway, Iggy said. Put out an all-points trawl? I don't know what a trawl is. Put out an all-points trawl, Koopa shouted. Get me those plumbers! Mario and Luigi sat on the curb in Koopa Square, feeling dejected. Around his neck, Luigi wore Daisy's cone-shaped stone. Behind him, a piece of fungus-covered brick fell from a crumbling building. Luigi picked up the small mushroom out of the fungus, toyed with it for a second, then tossed it away. I can't believe we lost her, Luigi moped. I know, kid. Mario nodded sympathetically. An old lady walked up and stopped in front of them. You guys from out of town? Brooklyn, Mario said. The old lady frowned. Apparently, she'd never heard of it. You're in a dangerous part of town, boys, she warned them. You shouldn't wander around here without a weapon. Do you have one? No, Mario shook his head. Good! The old lady pulled out her own weapon out of her coat. Give me all your money! In a flash, she had their wallets and was tossing dollar bills on the ground. Hey, Mario yelled. That's $33! I need coupons! You lame brains! Nice. She snapped and tossed the wallet away. She stared at Daisy's cone-shaped stone around Luigi's neck. Well, this ought to do just fine, she cackled as she reached for it. Luigi started to back away. No, you can't have this. It's not even mine. Zap! The old lady aimed and shot her weapon. Luigi reeled back as if stung by a cattle prod. The old lady grabbed the stone and started to race away. She didn't get that far. A large, tough-looking woman wearing a spiky red jacket. A large, tough-looking woman wearing a spiky red jacket grabbed the old lady, held her upside down, and shook her. Jewels, coins, and Daisy's rock clattered onto the sidewalk. Then the woman tossed the old lady out into heavy traffic, screeching in the distance. Mary and Luigi watched in horror and amazement. As the big woman bent down to pick up her lute, Mario marched up to her. "All right, lady," he said. "It is lady, isn't it?" "The name's Bertha," the woman replied in a deep voice. "Okay, Bertha, hand over that stone." Bertha just smiled. "Come and get it, big boy." This is a book for children. Before Mario could even make a move, Bertha reached down to her shoes. They looked like big red plastic ski boots with silver cylinders in the back. Mario and Luigi heard a hissing sound, followed by a series of beeps. Shwoom! The shoes catapulted Bertha into the air, over the traffic, and onto the other side of the street. The brothers were still watching in wonder when a street musician strolled up to them, strumming a strange instrument. He wore a black t-shirt, a purple vest, and beads. "Hey, how about a song?" he asked, and then he started to play. "We got no food anywhere, we got no water, got no air, got no resources, we're in a stupor. The fault, of course, is evil King Koopa." What a song. A glorious song. Out of nowhere, sirens wailed and the police cruiser skidded up to the curb. Two big, mean-looking cops got out and started clubbing the musician. "You know the law, Toad," one of them shouted as he smashed the musician in the head. "Toad! That was Toad." "Oh, I didn't know Toad was a singer." "Hey, what's going on?" Mario asked. "Can't a guy sing?" "Not anti-Koopa songs he can't," the second cop said. Then he squinted at Mario. "Hey, you two ain't the plumbers, are you?" "He is," Luigi answered with a gulp. "I'm just apprenticing." "Why?" The cops answered by smashing the Mario brothers with their nightsticks and arresting them. A few minutes later, Toad and the Mario brothers were dragged through the doors of Metro Central, the main Dino Hatton police station. They were brought before a tough-looking cop named Simon. "Last name?" Simon said, writing on an arrest form. "Mario," said Mario. "First name?" Simon said. "Mario," said Mario. Simon looked up and frowned. Mario? "Right," replied Mario. Simon shook his head and turned to Luigi. "What's your name?" "Luigi," said Luigi. Luigi? Simon asked. "No," said Luigi. "Luigi Mario." Simon nodded. "Glad we got that straight. Now take him to the defungus room." Mario and Luigi were led down a corridor into a room lined with stainless steel walls. Toad was already in there. They were surrounded by men wearing gas masks. One of them grabbed Mario and started to pull his pants open. "Hey!" Mario shouted. "I don't even let my girlfriend do this." "Oh, damn, Mario. You're all chivalrous." "Oh my gosh, is Mario waiting for marriage?" These are the questions I didn't know I was going to ask myself. The man ignored him and shoved a thick hose into his pants. Nearby, Luigi was getting the same treatment. "Ow! Whoa!" he shouted. "Come on! I'm ticklish down there." The hoses blasted white powder into their pants. "What's going on?" the brothers shouted in unison. "Defungus," Toad explained. "There's fungus choking the whole city. Horrible stuff. Takes out all the water. It's everywhere." The mask-wearing gas mask stepped out of the room. Suddenly, nozzles in the wall started spraying a medicinal-smelling yellow liquid. The prisoners were drenched with it. Then they were forced into another room where huge turbines created powerful winds. "This is the drying room," Toad shouted over the roar. Once dry, the three prisoners were taken to the detention area and led past crowded cells filled with nasty reptilian-looking prisoners. Finally, the brothers and Toad were thrown into a cell of their own. Toad immediately burst into song, as Toad does. "Sitting in a cramped detention with plumbers from another dimension." Okay, it could be a banger. He paused and frowned. "Hey, either of you two guys know another word that rhymes with dimension?" "Yeah," grumbled Mario. "Tension, and now I'm full of it." "Wait a minute," Luigi said to Toad. "What do you mean by another dimension?" "Like our worlds have crossed over or something? Give me a break from that tabloid nonsense, Mario groaned. Your brother's right, Toad said to Mario. According to our history, a long time ago, a meteor hit the planet and blasted it into parallel universes. You mean, like, you bang your head real hard and it makes you see double? Luigi asked. Exactly. That doesn't seem like the right science. And that's exactly what happened to the two of you. Mario snapped. Toad ignored him and turned to Luigi. Know what else I think? All the fungus is the old king. He's been de-evolved into fungus and now he's trying to wreak havoc on the city. Mario gave Luigi a look that said he thought Toad was nuts. Hey, Luigi chastised his brother. Just mellow out, okay? Mellow out? Mario repeated, amazed. You want me to mellow out? Okay, I'm mellow. Mario jumped up, grabbed Luigi by his collar and screamed, We're in this mess because you wanted to save a girl you hardly even knew. You said I should go after her. Luigi squirmed out of his brother's grip. I was talking about going on a date, not going into another dimension. Aha! Luigi pointed his finger at his brother. Then you do think we're in another dimension. No, I don't, Mario shouted back. I was just using it as part of an argument. If Daniela were here, you'd want to find her, Luigi insisted. And little did he know that Daniela was already down here because they already had done kidnapped her. Daniela wouldn't be so stupid as to let herself get brought to a place like this, Mario shouted back. Look, what's your problem? You really want to know? Mario asked. You're my problem. My whole life I've been taking care of you. Taking care of me? Hey, I never asked. Doesn't matter, Mario said. I promised Pop I'd take care of you and the business. Well, I'm failing at both, and I'm sick of it. This is harsh. Suddenly, Toad broke into song. God, it better help and not hurt. Sitting in a cell with two brothers, listening to them share with each other. A lyricist. Toad is a lyricist. Both Mario and Luigi gave him a look, and he shut up. A second later, they heard someone shout, Mario Brothers! Mario jumped up to his feet and he grabbed the cell bars. The cop named Simon was coming down the corridor. Yeah, Mario shouted. That's us, and we want a lawyer to get us out of this chicken coop. You got one, Simon replied. In a matter of moments, the brothers found themselves sitting at a table in a small black room. The door opened, and Koopa entered wearing a black suit with a white shirt and a maroon tie. He wanted them to think he was a lawyer. I love the fact that that's written in the book, and that wasn't just my commentary. He wanted them to think he was a lawyer. Boys, boys, Koopa exclaimed grandly as he extended his hands. How's prison treating you? Excuse me for saying this, but you look like hell. I'm Larry Lazard, your lawyer. Mario shook his hand. The minute they'd finished, Koopa extended his hand to Simon, who quickly sprayed it with disinfectant. Who sent you? Mario asked. You from the city? I'm from that little part of all of us that can't stand to see someone else in pain or need, Koopa said, sitting down opposite them. Yeah, sure, Mario said. So who's this Koopa clown? His stupid name's all over the place. We want to see that goofball now. I don't think you want to do that, Koopa said with a raised eyebrow. He leaned over the table and whispered, This Koopa clown is one mean, evil, egg-sucking son of a snake. Mario and Luigi glanced at each other nervously. So, where's the meteorite piece? Koopa asked. The what? Luigi scowled. Koopa lunged forward and grabbed Luigi by the neck. You know what I'm talking about, he shouted. Mario jumped up and grabbed Koopa. Let go of him, he yelled. If anyone's gonna wring Luigi's neck, it's gonna be me. Simon pulled Mario away. No one touches King Koopa, he said. You're Koopa? Exclaimed Mario. But you said, started Luigi. One evil, egg-sucking son of a snake, said Koopa. Did I lie? Koopa let go of Luigi and turned to Simon, who quickly disinfected him again. Take them to the de-evolution chamber, he muttered. That's the end of chapter 7. So they're in a parallel dimension. We've met Toad, who's a musician. Some old lady stun-gunned them for some coupons. Big Bertha stole the meteorite piece and then, hop, skipped, and flew across the street. Koopa doesn't seem to like germs. And the brothers ended up in jail. And now are going to the de-evolution thing. How will they escape this time? I guess we'll find out in the next episode. We continue on our storytime journey. Yay! Storytime journey! Thank you for joining. I've been Miss Jenny. I'll see you guys next time. And we'll find out what happens to these Super Mario brothers. And Daisy. And Daniela. And King Koopa. And Lena. And Spike and Iggy. There's so many people in this book.